What you're going to be able to take away from this video today is how you would decorate your own dining room using an interior designer's methodology for bringing your home to life. My husband Sam and I are first-time homeowners, and we own a home about 2 hours south from where we live currently in Nashville, and we're decorating the home remotely. And I want to walk you through exactly step by step how we're going to do that. There was already installment 1 of this video series of building our home from start to finish, and today I'm jumping right into how we're going to decorate our dining room step by step and getting to the actual furnishings. So right now we're past the concept stage. We came up with the concept of a combined dining room and library. The reason being, the dining room sits in the area of the house next to the entry, where this is our only opportunity in the downstairs area to create a sense of intimacy and coziness, as well as a public dining area. The rest of the home is very open, and so we really want to think through how we can bring furnishings in that are going to give it a lot of charm and depth. First step is, now that we have the vision of the dining room combined with the library, we want to think about our lifestyle needs in the space. This is a space I want to eat in every morning. I want to make the most of the space. I am like a freaking mad scientist in the kitchen. There's a huge mess afterwards. Having a space that is separate from the kitchen can actually be really helpful for turning down the day. Most dining rooms, in fact, don't get used. So we need it to be comfortable enough and lovely enough that we want to use it all the time. After we determine our lifestyle needs and also what we want to get out of the space, as well as our design constraints, we are then going to start thinking about our level of financial investment. How I like to go about this is I like to start with the big vision and then also pair that with my level of investment. So the most important part of your project besides your vision is the level of investment you're going to put into the project. And this is entirely personal. Home decor is extremely expensive. You want to be really thoughtful about what you're investing in and what you're saving on. What you'll do is you will actually go out and find inspiration images of items that you just think are absolutely beautiful and fit within the vision of your space. So a dining chair, a dining table. And you can locate these on First Dibs or Cherish. After you found those, you're gonna see the prices are pretty heavy. You wanna go try to find replicas on eBay or Facebook Marketplace or other small vintage sellers. That way you have more control over your final result and your level of investment. And we're gonna put this all in a spreadsheet. Yes, spreadsheets are what we're gonna do. Use Google Sheets, they're super easy. And share that with your family members. You all want to be on the same page as you're doing financial planning around decor. I think the reason that most folks end up with places that they're not thrilled with is because those financial planning conversations for decor are so intimidating and also seem frivolous when we have so many other things we're trying to prioritize in our life. And if you ever want that feeling of relief when you walk through the door, I promise you it starts with that financial planning conversation with your spreadsheet, and it is very, very worth it. Likely when you put that number into your spreadsheet, there's going to be a little bit of sticker shock, and that is a-okay. You want to see the whole number up front to know what you're investing in, and you can go ahead and start thinking through what will we purchase this year versus what will we purchase in 5 years. With our current home, including our dining room, I have a 1-year plan, a 3-year plan, a 5-year plan, and a 7 to 10 year plan for the house of all of the different upgrades and things I want to do. But it's all a matter of planning and prioritization. Definitely think about that as you're approaching even your dining room. It's an amazing exercise and it'll definitely be worth it. From there, we have our spreadsheet in mind, so I'm gonna walk you through some of the fun decor items I've sourced. I want to start with the dining table. If you hate your dining table, I guarantee you in 5 years' time, you're going to replace it. And here is my criteria for my dining table. It needs to be durable. It needs to be crafts-worthy, where I can sit down and not have to worry about putting my coffee thing down. I don't want to put glass over it. I want that raw material. And I really just want this kind of timeless look. I'm not done with the French provincial farmhouse style table. I'm not done with it. Alternatively, I may source an Italian antique to freshen it up, and also referencing Tesori, who is also into Italian antiques, who is growing on YouTube. Definitely check them out. Moving on from there, we've talked about the dining chairs. So I want to get into the details. I was originally inspired by these Palo Buffa dining chairs, and they are just insane. Like, every dining chair he's created is unreal. And if you know me, you know I just love Italian design. So definitely check out my Italian design video, where I get into all of the amazing things about Italian design and designers. And from there, I realized I'm not ready to invest $8,000 in dining room chairs now. Okay, that doesn't mean I'm not the kind of person who later down the road is willing to make that investment, but just me now, today, I don't want to make that investment in my dining chairs. If you do, amazing. Please go get the Palo Buffa chairs. But I'm gonna instead incorporate dining chairs that I have already found and sourced from a brand called Laura. And Laura is incredible. So I ordered these wishbone chairs, originally designed by Hans Wegner, and I wasn't sure what to expect about the quality. If you know anything about the history of wishbone chairs, they have been overproduced, and you can frequently find them in stores like Home Goods, and they'll look really, really cheap. But the silhouette is insanely classic and highly comfortable for all different body types. I just love that about the chair, while it still looks stylish. And with Laura, I wasn't sure what I was getting as far as quality, and when it arrived, I was absolutely blown away. A few of my pieces arrived like with nicks on them, and they were very kind to send me replacements. So I have an affinity for and love for this brand, and that's why I want to keep using these Laura wishbone chairs. But I'm not going to stop there, because I'm a little whimsical and I like a little touch of femininity. And so I'm going to be creating some very comfortable cushions for this space. They're probably going to be patterned with this dark green fabric or inspired by that. We have been talking about finances. We have been talking about the decor we're interested in. When you go to upholster, this is a place where you can save. It hurts me to say that, because girl, I just love all of the amazing, luxurious fabrics out there. But saving on upholstery and choosing something functional is very important, because you will likely be replacing the upholstery in 10 years time, maybe less, depending on how often you use them and what your lifestyle is like. Now I want to talk about the rug underneath the table, and the rug is where I have been struggling the most so far, because I don't want this space to lean too traditional. This is the most traditional space in the entire house, and right now we are leaning very, very English and incorporating a lot of different antiques from different areas. And so I'm a little bit stuck on what I want to do about the rug, but it is likely going to be a red rug that contrasts nicely with that green. And I think that's going to give it the ultimate comfort. If I'm going out on a limb, I will probably choose a aubergine, I think it's pronounced, or eggplant rug. Best of luck to me in finding that. And then if I was working with someone who was a true color lover and maximalist, I'd recommend for them a lavender rug. I just think that would be absolutely gorgeous in this space and give it a whole new life. So there you have it as far as the rug. And then for our light fixture, I'm going to be sourcing something that is a contemporary take on something very traditional. So I want a very traditional silhouette, but I want the shades, the wood, the polish to be extremely contemporary. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this in my budget yet, but it's definitely something that I'm excited about. Interjecting from the editing room that we forgot to talk about sconces, and sconces are such an incredible part of the lighting system that we put in place, especially in a dining room. So part of turning down the energy from the day and bringing that into the dining room is having these great sconces that are stationed across the room. But an absolute beautiful touch is when people have the sconces on the bookcase itself, and it just makes the room so magical. Now, a pro tip is putting your sconces and overhead lighting in your dining room on dimmers. And this is that extra step that just puts it over the top. You know, I'm sure I missed something, but all of those final styling touches that are just gonna make me so excited, I think are gonna come at a later date, and I'll bring you along for that. That is everything that has been going on with my dining room, and thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you next time.